Thank you for coming to AnimalCon 2022. Do you mind introducing yourself and telling me the name of your channel?
I am very glad to be here. My name is Bill Strand. I'm from the Chameleon Academy. That's a podcast, a YouTube, and a website. Also the Reptile Entrepreneur Podcast for all of you. They're interested in creating a business in the reptile world.
What got you started in the reptile industry?
Oh, well, with the reptile industry, love for dinosaurs, and you never grow out of that. So that's a story that a lot of us have. Once I met a chameleon, that was it. And I knew that was my life. And as much as I've tried to go away from that and go into product marketing and all that kind of stuff, just kept coming back to chameleons.
How long have you been keeping chameleons, and what kind of species do you keep?
Oh, I've been keeping them for over 40 years, and I keep a number of species, and I try not to number them, because if I number them, then I have to answer that question when my wife asks, and so not knowing is better.
What's your favorite species to work with?
That's really hard to say what
Love
your
all your
favorite
children
chameleon is.
equally.
Yeah, but I would have to say that Jackson's chameleon is my favorite, with the horns and the live birth, and they just have a pleasant personality.
Would you say your years of experience with chameleons is part of the platform that you're on of trying to educate people with chameleon keeping?
Definitely. I started the Chameleon Academy podcast 7 years ago, and the reason I wanted to do that is because I wanted to continue my growth. So I had almost 40 years of experience when I started, but I had to tell you that in the last 7 years, I have grown more as a chameleon herpetoculturist than I have in the entire time before that. And that's because I've talked to breeders, keepers, veterinarian scientists from around the world. And every week I'm having to take in different perspectives and reconciling that with my past experience and what I think now. And so it's a continual growth process. And I just bring the chameleon community along with me.
You also mentioned that you are doing a reptile entrepreneurship podcast.
Yes.
What's that about?
It's a smaller podcast. It's called the Reptile Entrepreneur Podcast, and it's meant for people within the reptile community who want to start a business within the community. And so I talk about starting your Instagram, talk about starting a podcast, YouTube, print-on-demand shirts, stores and such. And it just helps people do that because our reptile community is just exploding, and the opportunities there are appearing, and now's the time to start something within the community. And the thing is, if we build from within the community, we're a stronger community. If people from the outside come in and start their businesses and start selling things to us, our money goes out there. And if someone from within the community creates a business and you support that business, that money that you give to that business comes right back into the community, and we become stronger. And so that's really the driving force behind that Reptile Entrepreneur Podcast.
Do you have any closing thoughts to share or advice you want to give people?
I would say that if you have a passion within the reptile community, then becoming an influencer, becoming an inventor, 3D printing, now's a great time to do it, and I would encourage you to do it. And then if you're interested in chameleons, well, Chameleon Academy, Instagram, YouTube, ChameleonAcademy.com, and there will be everything you need to know about chameleons. But really all of this goes to show that if you love something, even if it's a niche thing, even if it's mud skippers, flying geckos, it doesn't matter how small it is, you can create a channel about it, and you will have people that will congregate around that, and you will have a flying gecko community. So no matter how niche it is and your interest is, make something with it. Make a channel, create a community. We all have, and it's great.